Welcome back, Nomads, to Season 6 of Last Oasis. My goal for this video is to give some tips and tricks to new and returning players to help guide you through your first couple weeks back in the desert. And to help you on your merry way, I've broken the video down into a few parts: protecting your loot, progression, and basic combat tips. But before we do all that, I want to introduce chapters and regular wipes coming to Last Oasis. Season 6 chapters will be on about an 8-week wipe cycle. Phase 1 of the chapter will introduce the Cradle starter map, as well as the Canyons Bone Tier map, both available at the same time week 1. Phase 2 will introduce the Volcanion Ceramic Tier map about week 3. And finally, Phase 3 will bring the Spires Iron Tier map about week 5. But I'm excited about this regular wipe cycle, and I think it's going to keep players coming back to Last Oasis. Alright, let's jump into the video and talk about how to protect your loot out in the desert. And if you feel like I've earned it, please subscribe to the channel. I've got more guides and a gameplay story series for Last Oasis coming soon. So, you just built your first dinghy in Season 6 and those pesky rapscallions keep breaking into all your boxes. A nice trick to help keep your loot safe is to pack your loot inside of your walker. So you want to build a wooden foundation on the ground and then build your boxes on top of the foundation. You can then pack your foundation and all your boxes inside of your walker, and they're nice and safe in there. You really don't want to have boxes or crafting stations on top of your starter dinghy. You want to have all of your loot inside of your dinghy, nice and safe. And honestly, the more poor and pathetic you look on your starter dinghy, the less likely somebody's going to be to use fire arrows and to break into your dinghy and take all your stuff. The anti-personnel turret is brand new to Season 6. You unlock it here in the construction tree. And this thing was engineered specifically to kick some ass. The APT is an auto turret that's going to shoot penetrating darts at anybody trying to hop on your walker. There's a bug with the audio and the animations in this patch, but it's currently smacking this guy on my walker right now.
Yeah, it's crushing. Oh! I couldn't see the dart, but it was definitely killing me. It took me down from about 4 or 5 shots.
So APT is very strong right now. As soon as you get to level 15 and have the resources, you want to build APT. The Nomad Walker is actually a great farming walker. It's a lot slower than the dinghy, but is very low profile, so you're able to do some farming without people finding you. It's also great at climbing steep hills that other walkers can't make it up, so you can kind of use this as a getaway vehicle if you need to. The Nomad Walker also has 3 slots for packed items, so you can pack boxes or crafting stations in here. It gives you quite a bit of flexibility and a lot of room to store loot while you're out farming. Never underestimate the Nomad Walker, especially if there's a ton of PvP going on your map. The Mollusk Walker is one of the best walkers in Last Oasis for protecting your loot. It's got this internal space that only you can access. You can build boxes down here. The only trade-off is that it is a little bit slow. It's slower than the dinghy. The Mollusk Walker is gated by Tier 2 advanced crafting stations, so you're going to have to unlock those before you can make the Mollusk. The lobby is back in Season 6, and you can only access it at these arrows at the edge of the map. So you want to run up to this arrow, go to the tip of the arrow, run out to the edge, and then hold L to go to the lobby. Once in the lobby, you can disembark from your walker and select another one, or you can invite clan members to join your crew, and then you can all load back into the map together. Spawn and off-map lobby is a really convenient feature. You want to throw your loot in a box first, click respawn, show more, and then spawn an off-map lobby. It's a really convenient way to access the lobby without having to run to the L. Then you can access your walker, load back in, and get back to the fun. Transfer to lobby is a really convenient mechanic for sending your walker to the lobby without having to run all the way out to the edge of the map. So you hit escape, transfer to lobby, and it's going to take about 2 minutes for your walker to get transferred. Now keep in mind, neither your character nor your walker can take damage during this time, or it's going to reset the timer. But if we look at our map, our walker got transferred to the nearest edge, and it looks like that was the north edge of the map. There's the walker. Trade station packing is a brand new feature in Season 6. So if you go to the trade station and find this little cylindrical packer thing, you can hit F, rent a slot, manage, then hit F on your walker, and it's going to pack your walker up and store it in the trade station. You can come back a couple days later and unpack it, get back to PvP, get back to farming. The sand base is going to be the first base that you make in Last Oasis, and while it doesn't look like much, it actually is a pretty good base because it's got solid armor rating, meaning that it can't be rated by scattershot ammo, which does reinforced damage. To be able to do damage to a solid base, you're going to need a charged boulder, and these charged boulders require meteor cores, and these are found in the asteroids that fall to the sky. They're pretty heavily contested in PvP, so people just don't have a lot of them. You shoot charged boulders out of a slingshot, and at level 30, you shoot them out of a catapult. And there's some higher tier weapons like the rocker and the charged rock at higher levels. Do not make a wooden base as your main base in Last Oasis. You can see it only has reinforced armor. Scattershot can raid a reinforced base. So if you make a wooden base, you're going to get raided, you're going to lose all your stuff. You also do not want to make a giant pack base like this for crafting. I know it can be tempting to kind of do crafting on the go as you're out gathering. But just keep in mind, if someone gets one hit on your pack base like this, you're not going to be able to pack it up, and you've just donated your life savings to somebody else. Sand bases cannot be raided on Cradle, so you're safe to stay in your sand base on Cradle. The meteor cores that are needed for charged boulders don't drop on Cradle, but they do drop on Canyon's map, and your sand walls only have 500 HP, so if you're on Canyon's map, you got to upgrade to your tier 2 stations ASAP to move on and graduate from sand bases. The Battling Walker should be your #1 goal after you have your tier 2 stations made. The Battling Walker can be unpacked to a Battling foundation core, and on top of that core you can make a stone base. And a stone base is going to be a lot harder to raid than a sand base. In Season 6, stone bases cannot be built on the ground. You can only build stone on these walker cores that you've unpacked, and that's the Balang or the Siler at higher levels. But you can build a custom base design. I've got some Rupu slings on top of the base for some auto turret protection. You want to make sure you get some hammocks down in your base so you have a respawn point. Got a vault to store loot. There's a maintenance chest, which is like a tool cupboard in Rust. Stone bases have solid armor, and you've got 10,000 HP per wall. So if we look at the raid cost, a charge boulder does 500 damage, so you're going to need 20 charge boulders just to take down a wall, and half of that to break a door open. Now the best part of a Balang stone base is that once you're done with your session, you can pack up your base, turn it back into walker form. You can hop in this guy, transfer it out to lobby, or run to the edge. So you should never get offline raided if you have a Balang stone base. Tech tree progression is a core aspect of character progression. You got these different categories, and within these categories you can unlock different tech for crafting. There's a new XP system for tech tree unlocks. You no longer use fragments to unlock tech. So you get XP just from gathering, from crafting, and refining resources. And the best way to level up is farming Rupu. Rupu are going to give you a ton of XP. Every level up, you unlock tech tree points. Fragments can still be found out in the wild, but fragments are now only used to give XP. If you hit P, you can access your player stats. These are really important. You can increase your health, increase your damage, your mobility, etc. There is a new perk tree in Season 6. If you double tap O, it's going to bring up your perk tree, and you've got these 4 different categories here. Warlord is going to be your melee combat category. It reduces your damage taken, gives you some other melee perks. Artillery increases your damage with walker weapons. Harvester is going to increase your yield with gathering tools. Hauler has some miscellaneous perks. The best one is Overcarrier. It's going to increase the amount of weight that you can carry, so you're not overweight, especially in combat. Upgrading your wings and legs from the base level to the improved or the advanced level is a really big part of walker progression. And in Season 6, they've really improved the process here. You can now craft wings and legs and store those as items in your inventory. This is one of my favorite quality of life improvements from Season 6. It means that you don't have to carry a bunch of random materials with you to repair your leg if you lose it in the wild, and it just makes resource management that much easier. You always want to keep spare wings and legs inside your walker storage, so if you get in a fight and someone beats off your leg or beats off a wing, but they don't use fire arrows to get into internal storage, just pull out a leg or a wing, pop it on, and you're on your merry way. Walker quality upgrades will increase the amount of cargo or gear you can hold. They'll increase the mobility or acceleration of your walker and the amount of torque you can hold. I'll go over quality a little bit more in the crafting progression section of this video. Walker modules can provide very powerful upgrades to your walker, but the crafting process can be risky. There's 3 steps to the process. Step 1 has you take trade station quests to earn flots. So you take these quests, and once you complete them, you're going to be given flots as a reward. And those flots are automatically stored in your global bank that can be accessed through Trade Station. You then want to withdraw those flots into your personal inventory for Step 2. Step 2 is going to have you buy module components from wandering traders that you can find around the map. Not every trader is going to have the modules that you want to buy, so you kind of have to go on a search. The components are 500 flots each on the Spires tile, but on the Canyons tile there are only 100 each. And there's 6 different types of components that you'll need to collect. Step 3 is the final step. You're going to craft your modules at the Ancient Fabricator. So you need to find this guy on the map, throw your module components in the Ancient Fabricator, and then select which module you want to craft. Now I have put together an Excel spreadsheet that includes all of the modules in Last Oasis and what they cost, and I've linked that down in the description. Crafting modules will send this huge smokestack out into the air that can be seen from far away, so you either need to be ready to fight or ready to run. Once you have your precious modules all crafted up, you want to go to upgrades and drag your modules into this slot here. Each walker can hold up to 100 modules. Each module typically stacks up to about 20. And here is an overview of the module crafting process if you want to take a screenshot or send it to your friends. Walker rigs were introduced in Season 5, and they're a little different in Season 6. So every walker comes with a default rig. And there's going to be a limit to the number of things that you can put on top of your walker, and they're broken into different categories. You can upgrade your rig on your walker to Tier 2 or Tier 3, and these rigs are looted from POIs on map or large enemies like the crab. So you can find these rigs, loot them from enemies, and then to apply them, you're going to right-click and then left-click on your walker to apply it. And you can see here that going from a T1 to a T3 dinghy rig is going to give you a few more small slots and an extra medium slot. Alright, big warning here, know that going to a Tier 2 or Tier 3 rig is going to destroy your APT. No APT allowed on the bigger rigs, it's a trade-off. Crafting station progression is a key part of progression. You're going to start with your basic stations, work up to your Tier 2 advanced stations, and once you're into Phase 2, you'll craft your artificer stations. You're really focusing on upgrading your woodworking and fiberworking stations, but there's other stations that you're going to need to upgrade as well. Alright, so quality is a system that not many people are happy with right now, but I'm going to go into just a kind of a short overview in this video. So with the build menu open, if I hit Q, it tabs over to this quality crafting. And you can see that to craft a quality station, not only do you need quality resources indicated by the green diamond, but you also need a schematic as well, a green schematic for that specific type of crafting. And there's different tiers of quality from green all the way up to gold. I'm going to give you guys a simplified guide for quality and schematics. So you find quality and schematics on these quality maps indicated by the gold diamond. These maps, they spawn and they last for only 2 hours. And then once you get to the quality map, to get quality resources and to get schematics, you got to fight these quality rupus. You need to hunt around for quality rupu, and then you loot them, and they're going to have your schematics on them. There's just a random drop from different enemies and your quality items. A quality schematic is a one-time use item. So if you want to craft a quality crafting station, it's a consumable. You get 1 craft. And I don't really like quality, and so I just focus on quality crafting stations. That's it. To find quality resources and quality rupu camps on the quality tile, you want to build this rangefinder on your walker. So you build this rangefinder and you mount it. Every once in a while you get a cool coincidence where you got a meteor that's landing right when you're recording the video, which is pretty cool. But the rangefinder, when you access this, you can kind of zoom in and out with scroll wheel. And if you look at resources, you can see white indicates base quality, and you're looking for colors for quality. The saw is a major harvesting boost, so after you've made your tier 2 advanced crafting stations and your medium-sized walkers, the saw is your next major milestone. The saw can harvest anything that an axe would harvest, but it's going to give you significantly higher yields per tree, per piece of bone, etc. To craft a saw, you make a tool pod that you put on the side of your walker, and then you craft a saw blade inside of the tool pod. The saw does require level 30, so it's a bit of an investment to get there and get that unlocked. Additionally, the tool pod is considered an edge medium slot on the walker rig, so you're going to need either a tier 2 stiletto rig or a tier 3 mollusk rig to be able to use the saw. Understanding melee combat swing priority is immediately going to put you in the top 50% of players of Last Oasis. When you take a hit in melee combat, you lose priority, okay? You're staggered. Blocking resets that priority, so always block after taking a hit. You can see here, getting hit staggers you and slows your next swing. So if I charge my heavy attack here, even if they block it, it staggers them. That means that if you get hit by a heavy attack, you got to block again to reset that timer. I'll let you guys watch this chamber counterattack, and then we'll replay the clip in slow motion and discuss it. For a chamber counterattack, you're just swinging instead of blocking, but you've got to get the timing just right. So here I'm holding left click, releasing left click. Animation cancel real quick, holding left click, releasing left click. Coming up for a right swing, I'm moving my mouse to the right, holding left click, releasing left click. That's a chamber attack. If you're an old timer coming back from Season 1, grapple no longer breaks spread. There is now a grapple cooldown after being hit. So after you get hit, you can't grapple, you gotta throw in some blocks. And blocking buys time for grapple cooldown to reset. Some grapple basics for you. So when you grapple, you don't need to be reeling with E all the time. You want to be using WASD movement. This is really important for stepping up your grappling. To be able to Spider-Man grapple between trees and walkers, you need to be combining reeling with WASD for momentum. And I'll break it down in slow motion for you here in a second. Alright, so you're going to throw in a jump, grapple the top of the tree. You're reeling with some WASD movement. More specifically, you're reeling with E, holding A to move left of the tree, and W to lean forward for extra momentum. The Wingsuit pairs really well with the grapple because you need a lot of momentum for Wingsuit. You really only want a Wingsuit as a gap filler because Spider-Man flying is faster than Wingsuit. Okay, Wingsuit controls. Spacebar will deploy your Wingsuit. Controlling your Wingsuit is like flying an airplane. W to pitch down. S to pitch up. A is going to roll you left, just like in an airplane. S after roll to turn. D will roll you to the right. And you hold S to pitch up and turn to the right. Which grapple to use? The answer is very simple right now. You're going to use a sturdy grappling hook once you're on canyons and have beeswax and rope. And once you're into phase 2 and have ceramic shards, flotilling grappling hook. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and if you feel like I've earned it, please subscribe to the channel. I've got more Season 6 guides and a gameplay story series for Last Oasis coming soon. I had so much fun making this video. Last Oasis is my all-time favorite game, and I really want the community to grow. I want more PvP players to jump into this game and just experience it because there's so much out there, so much fun to be had. If you take the tips and tricks to heart from this video and be patient as you learn some melee combat, you're going to find yourself in the upper echelons of players really quickly. I'm really excited to see all the creative content that's going to come out of Season 6. I really hope that other people get stuff out there on YouTube. And if you guys want to check out a trailer for my gameplay story series, you can follow the link here for it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys all out there in the desert.